Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel. It's September the 7th, which is my birthday. So I really found it very appropriate to talk about birthdays, because that's one of the things that didn't make any sense to me while being inside the Jehovah's Witness organization. Because as you may know, Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate birthdays or any other holidays that can bring you any fun or joy at all. The only thing Jehovah's Witnesses actually celebrate is the death of Christ, which is kind of weird. Well, they don't really celebrate it, but there's a memorial where they pass bread and wine and listen to a talk, which is the same each year. The reason why Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate birthdays is there are two reasons actually, or actually I've been taught two reasons. Looking back, maybe you can say I had a double life going on, maybe, because my mom was a Jehovah's Witness. She was out for a while, but afterwards she came back after some years. So from the age of 9 to the age of 18 years old, I went to the meetings. And actually my mom never forbid me from going to a classmate's birthday, or sometimes the whole class got an invitation, so we all went. But when at the meetings, the talks did make it very clear that it's not appropriate for Jehovah's Witnesses to be celebrating birthdays. And that's how I actually got a bad conscience. Although, as you know, when Jehovah's Witnesses say, use your Bible-trained conscience, it's not really a Bible-trained conscience. It's more like a brainwashy watchtower-trained conscience. Because they tell you that stuff is bad, so you start feeling guilty about it, while you even shouldn't be feeling guilty about it. Because celebrating birthdays is nothing more than actually being thankful for having survived another year on this planet, being healthy, or maybe if you aren't healthy, to be alive, to be still around. And it's actually a great occasion for friends and family and loved ones to show you how much they appreciate you, and the other way around as well, because I like showing my appreciation to my friends, and it doesn't have to be on a birthday, but birthdays are quite good occasions to do that. So the Bible or the Watchtower actually uses, I guess, two reasons, or maybe three reasons why not to celebrate birthdays. Reason one is this story in the Bible, and I really don't know where it is in the Bible, but it's about this king, must have been King Herod maybe, who had his birthday, or his name day as they called it back then, I guess. He had his birthday, and he told actually his daughter that he would give her anything she asked for. So she asked for John the Baptist's head. So he couldn't refuse her. He made a promise, so he beheaded John the Baptist. The Watchtower concludes from that story that bad things happen on birthdays, and it's a really pagan practice. Well, I can't actually remember when I was at a birthday party and people got beheaded, though, because people don't do that evil shit anymore. And I don't think that people in Bible history or in all of history, people weren't really, it wasn't their custom to behead people, right? I mean, I don't know what people really did for their birthdays or their name days in history, but for sure they didn't behead people most of the time, I guess. It was only this story, and I don't know if we can verify if it's even real or if it's even just a story, a fairy tale. they use this story to teach Jehovah's Witnesses that birthdays are bad. And actually the second reason why they don't celebrate birthdays is because Jesus didn't celebrate his birthday either. Most of the world, they celebrate Jesus' birthday, and not even religious people, but Jesus' birthday is supposed to be on December 25th. And it's obvious that it wasn't probably December 25th, but people had to choose a date, right? Supposedly Jesus was born in October or something, because there's a story in the Bible. Jesus was born when the guys who herded sheep, they were still outside in the fields, and if it would have been December, it would be way too cold to be out in the fields, although it was in the Middle East, right? I don't think that the Middle East has this climate where you can be outside in December, although most of the year it's very warm there, but in December it was probably very cold as well, so must have been earlier on in the year. But that's not really a reason, is it? Because if you believe in Jesus, you would like to celebrate the fact that he came into this world to save people from all the crap and to be the savior, right? So why would it be a bad thing to celebrate that? And although I do agree that Christmas has become this super commercial event where corporations try to get money from poor suckers, because it's all about gift giving and spending a lot of money and buying expensive stuff for your family and friends. And to me, Christmas wouldn't be all about that, because I don't know, I guess Christmas should be like this Thanksgiving event. We don't have Thanksgiving in the Netherlands, so, but I don't know, it's like a day, well, 2 days that people are free from work. Most of the people, they have the occasion to spend time with their families and be with their loved ones and just relax some. And that is Christmas to me as well. So Jesus didn't celebrate his birthday, and let's assume Jesus was a real person who really walked the earth. Jesus didn't celebrate his birthday because he didn't come to earth to celebrate his birthday, because it wasn't important. The most important thing was his message and the thing he would come to be for all humanity. He wasn't a person who would attract a lot of attention to himself. He was kind of humble. It wasn't super important, so it isn't actually mentioned in the Bible, like literally. But we have an indication when he might have been born. So, but it doesn't mean if Jesus didn't do that kind of stuff, we shouldn't do it, right? Because Jesus also didn't use internet because he didn't have any internet, so we shouldn't use internet as well, right? Or Jesus didn't go to dancing classes, so does that mean we shouldn't go to dancing classes if we like dancing? Or Jesus wasn't in a choir, so does that mean we shouldn't be in a choir? You know what I mean, right? I mean, it's obvious from the Bible that we should follow Jesus' example, but more in his personality. And he had a humble personality, and we should be humble, and that's a very good thing to follow. And being humble doesn't mean that you should just ignore the fact that you're here. And oh, hello there. My cat just wants a little bit of attention. Here she is. It doesn't mean we should attract too much attention to ourselves or think we are super awesome and the best in the world. But it's not bad at all to acknowledge that you're healthy, you're alive, you're thankful for that, and And in the case of other people's birthdays, it's okay to acknowledge that you're happy with other people being in your life, right? And give them gifts and make them happy, essentially. So, because Jesus didn't celebrate his birthday, we shouldn't either. And the third reason that Watchtower gives for not celebrating birthdays is, well, it's kind of intertwined with reason 2, I guess, because it's not okay to put yourself on a pedestal. It's not okay to idolize people. Yeah, it's not as if you're worshiping someone when you wish someone a happy birthday or give them a present. And let me tell you something about how I experienced this in my youth. Well, as I've already said, my mom or my dad, they didn't really withheld me from celebrating birthdays. Although that was kind of weird because my mom was a Jehovah's Witness, so she should have known that it's not okay, according to Watchtower, to celebrate birthdays. But she never discouraged me from celebrating my birthday or someone else's birthday. But I got a little bit of a guilty conscience because of Watchtower's rules, so I didn't celebrate my own birthday. But sometimes I went to a classmate's birthday, and I was always kind of feeling awkward about that a little bit. And then after some time, I stopped going to these birthdays. I couldn't give an accurate explanation, so I told them, no, I won't be coming to a birthday party because of my faith. And that sounds kind of creepy and cult-like, but at the moment, I couldn't explain it myself. So that should have been a red flag, right? But as a 11, 12-year-old kid, you don't think that way, I guess. You don't think of an organization as culty. Maybe some others did, but I didn't. So I told people that I don't go to birthdays because of my faith. I didn't really tell them because I'm a Jehovah's Witness and the Bible says it's wrong or something. I didn't defend it in any way. But people stopped asking me, I guess, and I wasn't really that popular in class at all, so people weren't really shocked or amazed. When I started off high school, in first class, my, I guess it's called tutor, the class tutor, was a Jehovah's Witness from our congregation, and he was my geography teacher as well. So I was like, it's not going to be awkward all the holidays and stuff. So when Christmas or whatever came around, he just went to the bowling alley with the whole class. So that was real fun. But with birthdays as well, in these years, it was kind of, I didn't have a lot of friends, and I still told people I'm not celebrating birthdays because of my faith, and I'm a Jehovah's Witness. I guess I started to telling people I was a Jehovah's Witness, but I wasn't really, I guess I never was really behind that, so I was kind of ashamed. I tried to ignore it when someone had their birthday, or I would act as if I didn't know. Anything to avoid being in the position to have to congratulate someone, because that was a big no-no, right? I didn't really let people know when my birthday was. And in the third class, I started to hang out with some girls from my class, and we became friends. And they kept inviting me to their birthdays, but eventually they stopped inviting me just out of respect, and that was kind of cool. And I guess I wished them a lovely day and that they would have fun on their party, but I never told anyone happy birthday or something like that. Eventually, I started studying, and I moved away from my parents' house, and then I stopped going to the meetings. But I still wasn't able to tell people congratulations on your birthday, or just acknowledge my own birthday, or celebrate my own birthday, just inviting people to have a nice time with me, because somewhere it felt wrong, and Jehovah's Witness would say, yeah, of course it would feel wrong because that's your Bible-trained conscience. And no, it's not a Bible-trained conscience. It's just feeling guilty from all the years of brainwashery. And yeah, it didn't feel right because I understand that people don't celebrate their birthdays to be worshipped, to be put on a pedestal. But it still didn't feel right. And I never really could talk with anyone about that because people wouldn't understand anyway. I mean, what's wrong with celebrating your birthday? It's not like you're doing something bad, right? So that was hard as well while being in a relationship with someone and my boyfriend would celebrate his birthday and I couldn't come to the party. I understand now that it's really hard for someone to keep that in mind or something. If you're in a relationship with someone that's a Jehovah's Witness or kind of a POMI, physically out, mentally in, ex-Jehovah's Witness, that is really hard for you to keep in mind how to react, how to treat that person on their birthday, because you know they're feeling awkward about it, but you don't really know why. Today, it's my 29th birthday, but I guess that last year was the first year that I wish to acknowledge the fact that it's my birthday. And it's kind of weird because when you don't celebrate your birthday, people don't really know when it's your birthday, right? And a lot of my friends didn't know actually till last year. I mean, even my best friends, right? Because I was always like, yeah, I'm not going to celebrate my birthday because, well, it's not that important. And you just put yourself into the background actually. And now I realize I don't want to be in the background. I mean, most of the time I'm not in the background because I'm a very a very extrovert person. I don't like being in the background, so it was kind of weird that I always was very on the down low when it involved my birthday. And yeah, I don't know, in the Netherlands, I don't know how it's everywhere else on the planet, but in the Netherlands, when people know that it's your birthday, they just go on and congratulate you and kiss you, and even people who don't really know you. And I've experienced that once or twice, whatever, and I really don't like that. I don't like the physical contact with people who I don't know, and it's super awkward, and people always tend to sing a birthday song for you, and you just stand there and like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? And it's super awkward. So I like to avoid that kind of situations where I'm forced to feel socially awkward. Only last year I decided I don't want to make a fuss about it, but I don't want to ignore it either. So I just want to have this acknowledgement, and people don't have to congratulate me or whatever, but I don't want to let the day go by and totally ignore the fact that I was born 28 years ago. My friends gifted me some small cute things, so I was really happy with that. And this friend, he gave me a jar of Polish pickles, so I was really happy with that because he hates pickles and I love them. From another friend, I got a CD, and from another friend, I got some letter stickers for my car, because I have this super old car, and yeah, he gave me these stickers to pimp it up a little bit. So, to make it more obvious that I'm not really ashamed anymore to do something with birthdays, I decided somewhere in this year, somewhere I guess around April or whatever, I decided to, in February I guess, I decided to not give my friends any gifts because it's kind of still I feel kind of uncomfortable with that. I decided to make something for them, to do something for them, to remind them of the fact that I really do appreciate them. And the thing I'm good with is actually words. So I'm writing poems for my friends now. It has been very well received, and people feel people are very surprised. They were like, what? I don't know. I didn't know you could do this stuff. And everyone's really happy with it, and they feel really appreciated. So it makes me very happy as well. So that's super cool. So I've, I've written over, 10 poetry thingies this year. People are really happy with it. And today I received one poetry rhyme thing, I don't know how it's called, back from a colleague of mine, and it was super great. So I also received something in the mail, like the postman, he rang at my door, and I was like, I didn't order anything from the internet, so why is this guy calling on my door? I was in my pajamas still, and gave me this box. I heard that there was some liquid inside. It was like sloshing and stuff, and I was like, what is this? I didn't order anything. And a friend of mine just, he ordered, all the way from Poland, I guess. He ordered this bottle of Polish vodka for me, and he sent it today for my birthday, so that was super nice. With this birthday card with a rat on it, and I really love pet rats, so I was super excited and thankful. And a friend of mine, she thought that last week would be my birthday. I don't know why she thought that, but she gave me this homemade crochet dream catcher, which was super nice. And yesterday, one of my best friends gave me his super old overseas pants, and I was like, why are you giving this to me? And he told me that it's one of his best memories from his childhood. So that's kind of awesome stuff that happened to me on my birthday today. And I'm really thankful, actually. And I didn't plan on giving a big ass party anyway, but maybe next year it's going to be my 30th birthday. So maybe I will have a birthday party. I don't know if I will feel ready for it, because I'm still feeling a little bit held back, I guess, because of my background, and because of it still would feel kind of awkward. Yeah, I know I have really good friends who care about me and who would love to come to my birthday party, and who will be very happy for me that I'm able to celebrate that now. I'm on my way to feel free, actually, because I'm not really a POMI. I'm not a physically out, mentally in Jehovah's Witness person, but there are things that just stayed with me, even when I left the organization. And all the ex-Jehovah's Witnesses out there know what I mean, right? I mean, you're out, but you don't really feel comfortable with maybe birthdays, or Christmas, or sing the national anthem. So this is actually something that didn't make sense to me, the not celebrating birthday part. So yeah, I'm having a really good day, and I hope you are having a good day as well. I wish you all the best. Also, if you're struggling with not wanting to celebrate your birthday, it's okay. It's okay. No one tells you you're out of the organization, so you have to celebrate something. If you don't feel okay with it, then just don't, or do it your way. Do it maybe a little bit, or maybe you can celebrate it with a small group of friends, or just having a get together, or cooking a meal, or a cake for your friends. Whatever suits you, whatever makes you feel good. And don't be ashamed if you want to celebrate it very obviously and excessively. Don't feel ashamed. It's your day. So thank you so much for watching. It was quite a long video. I really enjoyed sharing this story with you guys. And I will see you in my next video. So thank you for watching, and have a good one. Bye!